Welcome to another episode of Don't Panic Geocacher. Today we're going to talk about attributes, the little icons on the geocache page, and how they can be used for mystery caches. My name is Arjen and I go by Waterfan5 on the geocaching.com attribute, and I'm here to help you solve more geocaching puzzles. So attributes, and you saw some of the icons at the beginning, and here you see some on the right as well. They basically indicate what the cache is about and what you can expect when you go find the cache. But in some mystery caches, they're also used to be the puzzle themselves. These attributes, as you can see some of them here on the right, there's a lot of them, and they actually all have an official number, and I will show some of those numbers themselves. These are the numbers that are used on the geocaching.com website to refer to those attributes. They also come with a description and an image, although the description can be language dependent and the image can vary between, for example, the website and the mobile interfaces. So they're not always consistent. These icons are not only shown on the cache page, but they're also shown on a variety of other sources that are somewhat consistent. So on the cache page, of course, you have a certain order. Once the order is set, the order will be the same. But when you create a cache, it will also allow you to select attributes, and they are shown in a certain order. And if you go to the help pages that describes the icons and the attributes, they also have a certain order. All of that can be used to make a geocache puzzle. Every attribute also have two variants. So you have the has attribute, so for example has parking, but you also have the doesn't have parking. The same with, for example, field puzzle is not a field puzzle, stealth required, not stealth required. So all of them have a positive and a negative variant. So you see here one of the negative variants displayed. When you look at the numbers, and again I will show you the entire list of numbers in a second, the negative one is always 96 higher than the positive one. So it's an easy translation between the two of them. And I already explained, other than the official number, there's also a description and an icon, although, as I mentioned, they can vary and are not the most reliable. But that doesn't mean that they're not used in geocache puzzles. For example, by the number of words, the number of letters, the number that a letter begin with, even though that's not consistent. Doesn't mean that they're not used. So here you see the official list. So there is 4 columns here. First one is the positive number. So the second one is the negative number, and you see the 96 difference between them. So this is dogs allowed, and then dogs as icon, and so on. And you see here the names of the description, and then the name of the icon as well. That's typically just one word and sometimes abbreviated. This actually was taken from the Project GC website, where there is a list of those in one of the forums. So you see here there is 72 listed here, and then all of them have a negative version. Note that not all the negative versions are supported by the website. That doesn't mean that they don't exist. You just can't put them on the cache page. Some of them have even been retired. For example, the famous cactus attribute is no longer there. They've removed that from the website. So, but the icon still exists and can still be used in puzzles. So this is a heavy reference point, and you see of course how it would be easy to make a puzzle with this, because you have all the numbers from 1 to 168 available, and with a few icons you can describe a coordinate. So I also mentioned, of course, that attributes can be shown on the cache page. So here you see an example of that. Parking required, less than 1 kilometer, not recommended at night, no food nearby, etc. So all of those icons can be there, although you cannot determine the order. And I've even seen that in a certain year, geocaching changed how they were displayed and which ones were at front and which one were later. So the order cannot really be relied on. There's of course also a maximum of 12 that can be shown on the attribute. But underneath it, there is a nice what are attributes links. And that is a nice help page that displays what all the icons are. However, that help page itself can also be used as part of the puzzle. Let me show you that page. So here you see the page that you go to. So geocaching.com, about and icons, and that will show you all the icons that are currently supported with the allowed, not allowed, required, not required. So basically the positive and the negative version of what they would be like. This puts them in different groups as well, and I've seen puzzles use these groups, or I've seen them refer to the groups. So permission 3, which is motorcycles, or motorcycles stands for 1, 3. So there's all kinds of variations how even this list can be used to make again a puzzle. So it's an important list to remember because it's a pretty static list. It doesn't change too much over time. It has in the last years only a few icons have been added, but the list itself has been pretty static. Another place where the icons are shown is when you create or edit a cache page. So here you see the image that is shown. Note that the number of icons on a row is not consistent. That is dependent on how you resize the page. And the order is of course fixed. But again, that doesn't stop people from making caches accordingly with it. And I will show you an example of that in a minute. But this is again an important order. It's again different from the other order, but it is a fixed order on the geocaching.com website. So here we see two examples of puzzles that use attributes. So actually there's 3 examples on this page. The top one requires you that the degrees and 39 and west 100 are fixed, but everything else is the puzzle. So we see park and grab more than 10 kilometers, drinking nearby, gas nearby, scuba diving, etc. Now, instead of using the icons, you can also use the description. So you see here, nice winter day, winter icon, nice cache recommended for kids, that is this icon, park and grab, that is this icon. So you see here a nice descriptive text that looks pretty innocent, but it actually describes the same icons you see here. And you also see that I didn't care about the order. This one actually decodes to the same coordinates because they use the same set of icons. The bottom one has a different set of icons or attributes, but it refers to still the attributes of the geocaching.com website. So the top 2 is kind of like the same puzzle, only one is with icons, one is with words, while the bottom one is only with words, but uses a different mechanism. So here it talks about thorns. Here we have that cactus attribute, geotour, less than an hour, boat, medium hike. So all of them are pretty innocent looking descriptions, but combined they will give you a coordinate. So how does this work? Well, if I lay out the icons of the text or on the page, they are divided like this. Now, we were given N39 and West 100, but we can calculate the delta. Note, we can't determine the order, but the order is predetermined. So here we have one opening and then the icon. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, another 6, 7, and so on. So we'll have 5 digits that will mean the last 5 digits of north, and the next 5 are the last 5 digits of west. So since the text and the icons gave the same one, you would get the same icons. You don't have to worry about the order. You can put them in any order because you just want them in the location. So this is something how the attributes can be used in the puzzle. In the other one, we used the official number. Thorns was 39, so it says we started with 39. And then cactus was 16, so we know 39, 16. Geotour and less than an hour will be the decimals, right? Same for west, not require a boat. Remember, this is the negative one. So that is the negative one, not requires a boat, is 100. Medium hike is 56, so 156. The last 2 again will be the decimal part. So yeah, this is 2 or 3 variants how you can do a puzzle with different attributes listed in there. So that's just a couple of examples of how attributes can be used. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope that you maybe help you solve some puzzles or some other things to look out for. If you would like to see more videos, you can see, of course, my channel. You can also subscribe. That way you will get notified when other videos get published. Any feedback, comments, feel free to reach out either to the YouTube channel, or you can contact me as waterfan5 on the geocaching.com website, or email me at geocache.waterfan5@gmail.com. Thank you very much.